Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Clockwork Cantina, episode 60 today. We've been
Let's
gone.
go.
We've been gone for a few weeks.
Holiday break. Holiday break.
Little holiday break, yeah. But all the breaks are coming to an end, and we're going to strive for more consistency in the future, particularly on my part. Um, because I haven't got to do much of anything. But yes, today we're going to be talking about Pixar Soul and Wonder Woman 1984 in
Yes,
the
both
second part of the
movies
show.
that were released on Christmas. So
Mm-hmm.
we've had some time to watch them. Hope you guys have had some time to watch them as well. Yeah, there's been quite a bit going on the past couple weeks, but we'll get into that here in a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Yeah. The there hasn't been a lot of news, so so sorry, guys. It's been a couple of weeks, so my brain is like, how do we do this again? Um.
Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of news because again, holidays, so things are a little bit more quiet than usual, which is fine. That's just the way
Mm-hmm.
things are. But we do have a couple things. It's not completely
Mm-hmm.
completely, you know, dead, but we do have some things here and there.
But we usually start off the show with what we've been up to, which is the what we're going to be up to this time is going to be not just for last week, but the past few weeks that we haven't been here. So Daniel, what have you been up to the past few weeks? What have you been streaming? What have you been playing? What you've been watching? All that good stuff. The people want to know.
All right, so I off stream I was playing this is a couple weeks ago now, but Dark Messiah Might and Magic. Played
Yeah,
that,
classic.
beat it off stream. It's a cool little game from 2006. It was fun. I enjoyed it. That's been cool, or that was pretty cool. Within the last break, we were playing the Overwatch Christmas event, the winter event, which was also good to do there all the time. I'm always all about the Overwatch event, so that was always good. Um, been continuing to play Cyberpunk on stream. I think on Monday, which is in a couple days here, I will be beating the game. I think I'm
Oh
close to the
damn.
end. I was getting the trophies where it's like you've completed all of the side stuff for this district or this sector of the map. So, I've been getting those. Um and yeah, we don't have too many missions left. So I think next stream I'll be able to beat it. And then maybe maybe when Josh beats the game, whenever that is, we'll do an episode on Cyberpunk to talk about it.
Yeah, I need to get back to it.
But yeah, then just playing some Fall Guys here and there. I've been playing more of that Night of the Dead game, which I got to. It's a cool little zombie survival game. You should check it out if you guys are into that. Um, been playing some Fall Guys now that season 3 is out. I've been trying to level up that as well. Tried out Raft. That Raft game. Josh and I are both playing that a
It's pretty fun.
couple days ago, I think. Which yeah, it was pretty cool. We just
I'd
gotta get the
actually like to
hang of
go
it a
back
little
and
bit.
play it some more, actually, because we were getting the hang of it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
Pretty good
we'll
there toward the when we stopped.
yeah, we'll definitely play some more. And then finally, I just Cobra Kai came out, so we saw that. And speaking of Cobra Kai, next week that's gonna be our topic. So stay tuned for that. That's I'm not gonna get into that because we'll definitely get into depth and detail on that next week because I will tell you right now it was great, but we'll get into that when we get into that next week.
All right, is that all you got, Daniel?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I guess the Steam sale was going on and I did pick up some stuff. So in the future, you guys can expect some streams of these games that I'm about to talk about here. So I picked up during the Steam sale, I picked up you guys have obviously seen me play Monster Hunter World already, but played that. Red Dead Online played that already. Raft I mentioned it already. But here are some games that I will be streaming on stream at some point. I picked up Control, which is a game that I've been really, really looking forward to playing. That was the 2019 game that looked great from the moment I saw it. Doubt's gonna be streamed at some point this year. Dragon Age Inquisition Game of the Year. I picked that up. So at some point we'll be doing the Dragon Age run, just like we'll be doing the Mass Effect
Yeah.
run. This year is gonna be the year of the BioWare, I guess, because we're doing
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Age, and Mass Effect. And then I picked up Sunset Overdrive, which is a cool little game that I believe was a launch title for the Xbox One. I don't know. It looked like a fun game, and I saw that they added it on Steam, so I'm like, I'll pick it up. It was pretty cheap. So I picked
Mm-hmm.
that. And then what else? I picked up Raft. Obviously, that's one of the games I picked up, and then I got Wallpaper Engine because I'm like, yo, everybody has this, and I don't even know how this works. But I'm like, you know what? It looks cool from what I've seen. I still haven't used it, but I have it. So whenever I want to use it, I got it. So there you go.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I have Wallpaper Engine. I have a few cool wallpapers to run. It's cool, man. It's more customization for you. Make your computer feel more like you.
Yeah,
All right. If that's all you have, I'm
that's it.
gonna I'm gonna start off with a couple things I didn't put in my notes. Um, I have backed a couple of Kickstarters. For some tabletop stuff. In the past week or two. Um, the first one I backed is called Allies and Antagonists, a big book of Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition NPCs. So it is like just a giant book of exactly that. A seemingly endless supply of non-player characters need your help to become a reality. Clairvoyant clerics, brutal barbarians, pious paladins, fierce fighters, and cunning conjurers. Um, it has over 200 pages of content and a bunch of NPCs and lore and art and stuff like that. And I love shit like that. Um, and the next thing I helped Kickstartered, which all these have all ended and are funded, um, is monster description cards for writers, storytellers, and GMs, which are these cool little cards that when you pull, you fight a monster. It has a big description of what their attacks do, and kind of stuff like that. And it's really neat. And I don't usually put the Kickstarter stuff in the news because I usually forget, but I started off with that here. All right. So, what have I been watching? I've been watching The Expanse. Me JP was doing watches with his community, and in the past, I've tried to watch season 1 of The Expanse like 3 times. I just could not. I'd always die around episode 6. I was just like, eh. But watching it with his community, doing watch parties over there with The Expanse, um, I made it to season 3, and I'm still going. So it's pretty good. Daniel, when you finish your Mass Effect run later in the year, I recommend watching The Expanse after because you'll definitely feel it, kind of.
Okay. I mean, it's something.
um,
It's a show that I'll probably we'll get to at some point. I've heard good things about it, and it's something that's already on my list. So I just need to get to it at some point.
just letting you know, your boy Amos is the best boy.
Is
Um,
that the dude that Baba used to have a crush on or whatever?
I think it is actually. I forgot about that. You said that.
Yeah, I just remember every time she'd bring it up, she'd always mention that dude. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't. I mean,
uh,
I didn't watch the show, so I have no idea.
yeah, he's cool. I think he's like my favorite character too. He gets shit done. I've watched a few. Moving on, I've watched a few episodes of Outlander on the suggestion of Amber and Paula, who are like, "You should check it out." So I've watched. I want to say the first 5 or 6 episodes of it. Pretty good. Got romance and I don't know. Like, I like it so far. I need to get back to it. I haven't watched any episodes lately. Um, because of just other stuff. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I've been watching a little bit of Outlander. Like it. We'll continue to watch it. Uh, and now for the bulk of everything I've been doing, and just probably the reason I've been kind of having like consistency issue is I've been moving all of our D&D stuff over to Foundry because we're gonna have our first game of D&D back tomorrow, and it's gonna be on the Foundry virtual tabletop. And I've been working really hard on moving everybody's characters and equipment and all that stuff over from Roll20 and stuff over onto Foundry. It was actually a lot of work. Um, and especially, it's not just like moving the stuff over, it's learning like a different tool set almost as well as you go. So that's where most of my time has actually been spent the last few weeks. So if I haven't been around much, it's because I've been working on that. But it's officially 100% moved. And D&D returns tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time here on this Twitch channel,
Oh man,
twitch.tv/Josh902 if you want to come check that out. We will be using Foundry for the first time, so expect us to fuck something up.
it'll be interesting.
Yes, Wonder Woman and Soul. Watch both of those. We're going to talk about those this episode. We had a movie night the other night where we watched like 3 movies in a row. So we watched The Hunt for the Wilder People,
Great movie.
which, let me open up. That's not what I want. Not Hunter the Call of the Wild. That is not what I'm looking for.
Hunter of the Wild.
Not Hunter Call of the Wild, the video game. But yeah, it's New Zealand adventure comedy film directed by Taika Waititi.
Yeah, it's got Sam Neill in it. Got the kid from got the little the kid from Deadpool 2.
Yeah, Julian Dennison, or however you say his name.
I always forget his real name, so I just call him the kid from Deadpool 2.
The kid from Deadpool 2. I'd never seen it before. It was a good flick. Wow, the budget for that movie was only $2.5 million, and they made $23 million. Damn, that's a success right there.
I mean, it's a good movie, man. It is a good movie.
The next thing we watched was Ready or Not, which is like a kind of like a horror comedy film with Samara Weaving and Adam Brody. And
I wish I had watched that one. I wanted to, but I was just something came up and I had to go do something else. But man, I wish I would have been there for that. How did you like that one? If
I liked it pretty good. Pretty good. You know, it's one of those American comedy kind of horror comedies, I should say, kind of films. That's funny. I never really felt scared at any point, but I don't necessarily think I'm supposed to. You're just kind of supposed to be horrified at what's going on, which is the basic rundown without any spoilers. Is like this woman marries into this family, and they play the most extreme game of hide and seek ever. So, if that sells you on the film, go check out Ready or Not. It's good. I enjoyed it. Wow. This movie had a budget of $6 million and made $57 million at the box office. Holy shit! It's made money. Yeah, go check it out. It's fun if you're into those types of movies. Sorry, I'm clearing my notes as we go here.
I definitely have to check out Ready or Not at some point because it's I heard it's pretty good. But and I was gonna watch it with you guys that one night, but again, something came up, so I had to do that instead.
Things happen.
Well, check it out another time.
Cobra Kai we're going to talk about next week, but I watched all of it. I enjoyed the hell out of it, and we'll talk about it next week. All right, Steam. I'm going to talk about the last movie we watched because we watched 3 movies. Hotel Artemis. So this is actually, I thought it was quite good film. Flick. Good little actiony kind of noir thriller flick. Had Jodie Foster in it and your boy Dave Bautista. Which is kind of about this lady that runs a hospital for bad guys in this hotel. It's set kind of in the future, where you have to be a member, like have to buy a membership, and she like fixes up the bad dudes, and then like some shit happens. So you should check it out. It's a pretty good flick. It'd make a great D&D adventure, but I could say that about just about every movie in existence. But that one in particular, I think, is a good one. So the Steam sale happened, and Daniel told you what he got. I'm gonna tell you what I got. I got Raft, obviously. I bought Graveyard Keeper. I also bought Control because I want to play it.
There you go. We got 2 of the same games, man. Raft Control. Hell yeah, dude.
I also bought Persona 4 Golden because I like Persona 5 and I want to play Persona 4. And then I also bought Fall Guys. I know I'm getting on that train a little late, But I bought Fall Guys, and speaking of Fall Guys, I played Fall Guys all week with and I got my first win. I got my first win the
Yeah, there
first
you
week I
go.
played it. So, um,
That's about as good of a first week you can have with that game, right?
yeah, I've been playing with Daniel, the Bava, and some of our other friends that have been playing Fall Guys, and it's a
Fun.
frustratingly fun time.
Yeah.
At times. So
I'm currently level 30 on season 3, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, that game's always fun to play with, especially with friends. Makes it even better, you know.
hell yeah. Oh, I also bought the new Star Wars book, but I haven't got into it yet.
Oh,
Or one of them.
yeah, that's a good thing you bring that up because the new High Republic era is officially out in the world now. The books are out. People have been reading them and catching up with all that stuff. I've heard a few things here and there. I haven't read any of them myself yet or anything like that, but I hear people are pretty positive on them. I'm just really excited about this new era, man. There you go.
Yeah,
Fucking
Light of the Jedi.
light of the Jedi. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna start it. I'm gonna get in there.
it's funny that it appears backwards on stream. Like it's
I know,
weird.
right?
Yeah, but yeah, Light of the Jedi. Let me know what you think of that, because yeah, I'm very very interested in this new era of the High Republic.
I want to start reading again more, man. I miss it.
It starts about 200 years before Phantom Menace era, so I don't know, I don't know within what time period of those 200 years that book is going to be in, but yeah, I just know that Yoda's in it, obviously, because Yoda's an old dude, so of course he's going to be in the High Republic.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard some other names of some Jedi that have been created for this era. Like one of them off the top of my head that I've heard is Avar Chris. I've heard good things about her, so I'm curious to see what you feel about her character and some of these other characters that have that are fresh and new. Because we have a new era in Star Wars.
Yeah, man.
We're no longer in the Galactic Civil War or the Clone Wars or
Look, man, this era is ripe for some
it is.
tabletop. You know what I'm saying?
It
It's ripe for
is.
some tabletop RPG, and then
It
you
really
know,
is. I am dying to play some Star Wars RPG. But anyway, yeah, let me know what you think of that because I'm very very curious.
hell yeah, I will let you know. I'll let the people out there know too.
Sir.
Uh, if it's really good, we'll fucking do a podcast on just the book.
You
um,
could, yeah, be absolutely, man. Yeah, absolutely
all
could.
right, let's clear this off the list.
But yeah, you got some good games there. I have Persona 4 on my wish list as well. I haven't played any of the Persona games, but I mean, I know how much you love
One
I know how much
day.
you love the fifth one, and yeah, they added 4 on Steam, so maybe someday we'll see.
Yeah. Oh, a quick little just tiny. It's small Persona news, but they added all the soundtracks on the Spotify. I think
Oh,
from like
nice.
all the games.
That's good.
So go. I own Persona 5 soundtrack because I bought the. Well, you can't see it because I still have my tree in the way. Which, by the way, I still have my tree right there. In the collector's edition for not collector's edition, whatever they called that. It wasn't like a collector's edition. I mean, it kind of was. It's a little small one though. For Persona 5 Royale, the Royal or whatever you call it. Um,
Royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese. Yeah. And the last thing I watched, which I've been on like a little Steve Martin kind of kick, is I watched Planes, Trains, and Automobiles for like the first time that I can remember watching it. I'm sure I've probably seen it when I
Oh,
was young
okay.
and didn't realize it. Dude, that movie's funny. Fucking John Candy, Steve Martin, fucking hilarious. Um,
Yeah, that movie's good. That's good stuff. I haven't seen it in a while,
his
but yeah,
fucking tirade he goes on with just like 18 F words in it was hilarious. Uh, Good movie, good flick. If you've never seen it, check it out. I don't think I've ever like. It's one of those movies where I've just like I've sat down and seen pieces of it, but never just sat there and watched like the whole
yeah,
thing through.
I get you. I have plenty of movies like that too, where I'm like, I know I've seen like bits and parts of this, but I've never sat through it like from start to finish. Definitely, I have stuff like that for sure.
All right, buddy. That's all the stuff that we've been up to the past couple
Yep.
weeks.
I forgot. I'm gonna mention something else because I forgot to
We'll
add it
go
in my
for it.
list because I watched it last night. But Marvel Studios Legends came out, I think
Oh,
yesterday. Um, on Disney Plus, and it's basically they're like short little like under 10-minute videos of like here's this character in the MCU and here's where their journey has gone and here's where they started, here's where they're at now, and here's where their story will continue. So
That's
for
pretty cool.
example, the first two episodes that were released yesterday were the first one was of Wanda Maximoff, which is obviously the Scarlet Witch,
Mm-hmm.
for those of you who don't know. And then the second one was of the Vision. Uh so yeah, they basically like again, they're like really short things. If you want to go check them out yourself, you can. But they're basically like here's where their story began, and here's where where it's been, and then next you can find their story on WandaVision next week. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I enjoyed it, and then they like do cool edits where like, do you remember? This is gonna be a spoiler alert for Endgame, but you're warned now. But anyway, you remember in Endgame where Thanos is like, I don't even know who you are, and she's like, you will or whatever, and then she like starts whooping his ass or whatever, and then like they throw in like edits where there's like flashbacks of the Vision and like other stuff during that battle. I'm like, this is cool, man. Like this is not in the movie, but like they're adding this in here, and it works so well. Like, oh, of course, that's what she's thinking at this moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's cool stuff like that.
I need to check those out, man.
Yeah, they were like 7-8 minute videos that that's gonna
Oh
be a
hell
new
yeah.
series on there. So they're really really
That's
easy to
cool.
get through. And it's just cool to watch. Like, did you like? I totally had forgotten that fucking Scarlet Witch had an accent in the earlier movies. Like, did you remember that? I fucking forgot.
Bruh, I need to go back and watch. I need to rewatch this the whole fucking
They're
thing, to tell you the
they're
truth.
they're basically cool like little recaps. So I would recommend checking out Marvel Studios Legends on Disney Plus. They have 2 episodes out right now. First one is about Wanda. Second one is about the Vision, and then the next two I believe are about Sam and Bucky. So there you go.
Hell yeah.
Keep an eye out
Exciting.
on that. Yeah. But anyway, that's it. That's all I want to bring up because I forgot that I watched that like late last night. And if I'm not forgetting anything else, I think that might be it. I'll probably remember something later, and I'll be like, oh well, it always happens. I always remember something later. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to the news,
Oh,
shall we?
one thing.
Okay.
Clockwork Cantina, Clockwork Owl. Check it out. Boom. Shirt. Boom.
Oh shit! Look at that Clockwork Owl. I don't have Clockwork anything. I just have a PlayStation shirt, so I don't know if you
Hey,
guys.
that's cool too.
You guys can't even see
Uh,
it that well, but it's a PlayStation shirt. Hey,
hey, we need to make Clockwork Cantina shirts at some point.
we should.
Uh,
I might experiment with that.
you should do that.
But anyway,
Um,
uh, oh yeah, news. Let's
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 hit the
let's move on
news.
to the news.
We got
So
distracted. We got distracted talking business. Sorry. All
anyway,
right, what do we got
uh,
first?
so the first up we have so Sons of the Forest released a second trailer.
Oh yeah,
We will check out right now because it
it
looks
was
pretty cool.
it was really funny. We had been talking about like, man, we haven't heard anything about the Sons of the Forest in a while. The
Yeah,
Game Awards happened, and we were like, did we think that they were going to show a trailer there because they had announced it there? And then we were like, just a few days later, um, this trailer came out, and I found it just while browsing Reddit, as I do often because I don't have a lot of time, or I have a lot of time when I'm not doing shit, and I just look on Reddit. Um, and found this, and this new trailer dropped. So
having just played the first one again.
yeah, everybody played it again.
Yeah, we played it again. We beat it. It was fun, good time, which is cool because we chose the other ending this time because we had already played it previously and chose the first, the one of the other ones.
hmm
But as I was saying, having just played through the first one, looking at this looks so much better, man. Like holy crap, this looks amazing.
Yeah, this looks very pretty,
This looks awesome, dude. I cannot wait to play this.
and that ending kind of sets up this one.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of these new cannibal
Fucking
things.
monsters are creepy,
They look
dude.
they look terrible.
So 2021, it's coming this year. Supposedly, I
Sometime,
assume early access,
sometime this
and they'll
year.
add more to it. Yeah. Um,
Yeah, I'm not sure
I,
when, but sometime.
man, I can't. I don't know how to express my love of the forest because, like, right? Because like, it's the game that we all like played together almost from the beginning of knowing each other. You know, like, so I have a lot of nostalgia. Not nostalgia because it's not that old, but I have a lot of fondness, I guess, for that game.
Yeah,
So I'm really excited for this.
yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it as well. It looks so good. Again, like just having replayed the first one again, like not too long ago, like very recently. Uh, it looks this one looks awesome, man. Like I found it interesting how like the fucking cannibals are just like walking up and stealing the wood and stuff. Like I'm gonna be so pissed when that happens in game, but it's interesting that they added that, you know.
They're adding
Um,
firearms too, which is going to be
yeah, there's
interesting.
there's the guns and stuff, and I like the whatever building that was where they were walking in. It looked like a house, but it was just the lighting on it looked great and everything too. I'm just like, man, this looks so, like a like the upgrade that it should be after the first one. You know what I mean? Like it looks so good. So
Yeah.
that is very exciting. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Hopefully we get a release date on it at some point. I know it's coming out this year. We mentioned that already, but it'd be nice to know when it's coming out. You know.
Mm-hmm. Exciting. Exciting stuffs.
Yep. 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 Yep.
All right.
Next
What's
up,
next?
yep. Next up, we have the January 2021 for this this month's PlayStation Plus lineup. So for PS5 we have Maneater, and for the PS4 you have Shadow of the Tomb Raider and Greedfall, which that sounds like a solid ass lineup to start the
That,
year, man.
that is pretty. That is pretty solid.
That is a great lineup to start the year off, man. If you got PlayStation Plus, that's pretty awesome.
Yep. If you've managed to get your hands on a PS5, you can get Maneater,
Maneater, yeah. Uh,
which I was looking the other day just for shits and giggles. I'll be honest with you. I've been hopping in the queues when they pop up on Twitter. You know, Wario and the cheap gamer guy tweet those out.
yeah,
Um, just to sit in the queue. I just sit in there to see if I can get one, just for the hell of it. And both times, or every time I've done it, I come up empty. Um, Mostly because I want to check out the controller, man.
the DualSense, yeah, DualSense
Yeah,
looks seems like it's cool. I was looking at this website called Colorware,
yeah,
where you can like you can get your like customized controller with different color scheme and whatnot, and I'm like, oh, if only they weren't so expensive.
yeah. I've been reading like tweets and some articles where people are like, "Yeah, the PS5 controller is better when you add some color onto it," and they show them all. They show off like these awesome colored PS5 controllers. My
Yeah,
brain keeps going saying say PS4, but it's PS5.
yeah.
Um,
And they used to be called the Dual Shock controllers or whatever. Now this one's called the Dual Sense, so it's like completely new,
mhm.
just pretty dope. But yeah, I was just messing around with the color wear thing and just the different color combinations you come up with a fucking Dual Sense controller is just amazing. Like let me get you check this out. Like this is such a cool. I'll just post it in the chat. Look at that. That is such a cool color scheme.
Let's show this off on stream, man.
The fucking it just it looks so cool, man. Like
It looks super dope.
it does. It really does. Like the black and teal looks just such a cool combo. Like shit, I'm sure if you wanted to come get your like purple controller, you can pimp it out like that
Oh,
too.
yeah. How much does one of these cost?
Oh, they're expensive, man. Like they're I wouldn't like if I could I would, but I just don't have that that kind of scratch as they say
I
on
gotcha.
the Cyberpunk. But I think they're like I want to say they're like I want to say off the top of my head like 130, but I don't know.
Like the controller, just the controller is like
Yeah, I mean the controller is
80
like
bucks? Something
I
like
want.
that? 70 bucks?
I'm actually not sure because I know that for the PS4 they were like a cost of a game. They're like $60 or whatever.
Let's get a PS5 controller really quick.
So I don't. So I have no idea how much a dual sense costs. But
Let's see. What you got, Best Buy? How much is a controller? Hit me.
how much is the console?
69.99. They're 70 bucks.
$70. So yeah, that's
So
as
it's like getting two
expensive
controllers, yeah.
if not more than a game. So there you go, man.
Like another 10 bucks.
That's something. Yeah.
I'm gonna mess with colorware later. Get my purple shit I go in here.
Yeah, they're $130 if you they're 129 to be exact. But here, look, I made a mock right now as you were talking. I made a mock purple controller. So let me here. I'll just send it here. Boom. Check it out. Look at that.
Where'd you send it? Sorry.
Discord.
Oh, you sent it in Discord. Well, I can't look at Discord.
Oh, you can't look at that. Okay. Well, you know what? Hold on.
Drop it in the
I'll
chat.
drop it in the chat. Boom. Look at that. How's that purple controller? Josh will put it
Oh,
up there.
that looks nice. Yeah, let me open that for you guys.
There's your purple dual sense
The sense.
controller.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
pretty. Yeah.
Look at that. See, you can customize
I'm
your own controller to whatever color you want.
that's
So
tempting to be honest.
on this website, you can so they let you color 4 different areas, right? So you can do the base or the body, which is the yeah, there you go. There you go. That's the body right there. Yep, the one you're changing. And then the one after that is the middle, which is the bottom part. And then there's the buttons, which is pretty self-explanatory, and then the touchpad. So those are the 4 things you can customize. And yeah, they have a bunch of cool color options. And I swear they didn't pay me to say this, but hey man, if you wanna hook it up, colorware, I'll definitely talk about you some more. It's cool though. It's like really, really cool. And they do more than just PS5 controllers. They do other stuff too. But like, I was just looking at this because I'm like, man, it'd be cool to have a if I were to get like a dual sense controller, it'd be cool to have it in a different color. And I was just messing around with this, because why not?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Oh, you can get it engraved too. What the hell?
yeah. There's a lot of cool possibilities with this thing.
Make the Clockwork Cantina
Yeah, man, you can customize
controller. Sorry,
customize the
that's cool though. Go
we
check out this
we
website.
we got off topic, but hey, man,
Hey
cool.
man, the Xbox you can do Xbox controllers too on here apparently. So
Yeah, you can. You can do dual sense controllers. You can do Switch Joy Cons. You can do
that's cool.
Pro controllers. All kinds of stuff, man. You can
Hey,
get a lot of
colorware, hook you boys up. I'm just saying we shouted you out. We're the
yeah,
love.
right. For real.
I guess they'd be like, why the fuck we need to pay you? You did it for free.
Yeah, yeah. But hey,
uh,
it's
it's
good,
cool.
good stuff. Check that out. But anyway, um,
What's
where
next?
were we?
We were doing news.
All right, so
We just finished
news.
PlayStation Plus lineup
PlayStation
stuff.
Plus. Okay. Next up is that Nintendo has bought the Canadian studio behind Luigi's Mansion 3 and Super Mario Strikers. Um, this find cool because I don't know if you've ever played any of the Super Mario Striker games, but I love those games, man. I would kill for a Super Mario Strikers on the Nintendo Switch. I want that. I
So
want
what is
it.
Strikers? Sorry, I've never
Strikers
played
is
it.
Strikers is basically Soccer Mario.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's fun. Like they've done like tennis Mario and like uh whatever. They've done like different sports, right? But Strikers always was it was always fun, man. Like let me see if I can get like a
Yeah, I'm on YouTube and see if I can find the
yeah, I was
video
gonna say
here.
look at like a little video or something to put it. I used to have fun with this. Like I played it a lot on the GameCube. Like again, I never had a GameCube personally, but I knew somebody who did, so that was something that was played a lot, and then obviously I played the Wii one as well, the Nintendo Wii. It's just a fun game, dude. Just playing
Let me find an
playing some
actual
football or some soccer as
gameplay. Oh, so this was
yeah.
on GameCube and other stuff.
Yeah, it was originally on the GameCube and then on the Nintendo Wii. So I feel like it's time for them to bring it back, man. Like they skipped the gen, so let's bring it to the bring it on over to the fucking Switch,
See,
man.
I
I would
don't play
kill for
things like FIFA, but I'd actually probably play this.
Yeah, this is fun, dude. I play both, but this is good if you're more into like, and you can fuck somebody up in this game, dude. Like you can,
Oh my god, he got hit with a shell.
yeah, look at that. It's so much fun, dude. I remember having a blast with this damn game back in the day.
I feel like Luigi's got an advantage here. He's got. Oh, never mind. Yeah, Luigi's got an advantage. Look, he's got the little mushroom. Oh wait, all these dudes are mushroom guys. Never mind. I thought it was
Yeah,
Toad. That's Toad's name. Toad.
yeah, the mushroom guy, little
Do you get to
toader.
pick your team, guys, or
Yeah, you do. So
that's
you
pretty
have
cool.
like, so you have like your team captains, obviously, which is like Mario or Luigi or whoever, right? Whichever
Mm-hmm.
one of the main Nintendo, people you have, and then from there you can choose your like cast of players. Like you can do the Koopas or the Toads or whatever, right? So yeah, it was pretty cool. If they do something new with that, it'd be cool if they kind of like did it with like other kind of like what they did with Mario Kart, where like you have like Link in there and like other Nintendo
Shit,
properties.
son. Let you make your own customizable teammates, bro. Like mix and match. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah. And then
get you a turtle with a little toady hat on and whatnot. You know?
yeah, I mean, fuck it, why not? And then like they could also do like you include your me in there or whatever.
Yeah,
That'd be
I
pretty
play
great.
that.
Yeah, so I'm all for a new Super Mario Strikers. If you're listening out there, Nintendo, please. Super Mario Strikers 3, give it to me. I want it. I've been wanting a game like this for a while now on the Switch. So bring it. I want it. Make it happen. Now you guys own the studio. Do it.
Oh yeah, that looks pretty cool. I kind of want this to happen now, even though
Same.
I've
Tell
never played any of them. It looks pretty fun.
Fun, yeah. But anyway, Nintendo also announced that the deal is expected to conclude in March. Um, but yeah, I want a new Super Mario Strikers. That's the reason why I want to bring it up because I want a new one. But anyway, moving on. This video link does not work anymore. They took it off. The Fall Guys Doom
All right,
costumes.
hang on,
So
I'll find it.
for some reason it was removed. But anyway, they're adding Doom costumes on the Fall Guys on Tuesday, which is January 12th. So if you play Fall Guys, keep an eye out on that. They're adding Doom costumes. That's gonna be fun.
Man,
I think out of all of them, the only one that I'm like really like, oh, that's the one I'd get is Doom Guy. The other ones are
yeah,
kind of like,
Doom guy.
yeah, the other ones are kind of eh. But hey, if you're into Doom, fucking get you all of them, I guess, right? Yeah, it's just pretty cool. I like when they do like crossovers and stuff where they add,
It's just
like
really funny. It's with Doom of all
yeah,
things.
like they've added like a Godzilla costume. They have your boy Sonic and a bunch of other things in
Same.
the game. So I'm always like intrigued and interested about who uh they're
Look looking at the comments. There's a dude that said this was a very missed opportunity to call this Doom guys instead of Fall Guys.
oh yeah. Hey man, you can't win them all, right?
I can go back and finish Doom.
I gotta play the Eternal. That's the one I haven't played. But 2016 was fun. I like that game. Here's something that I think Josh will have more to say about than I will. I just put it in here because I know Josh was gonna play this game. But Path of Exile's new endgame expansion lets players upgrade their favorite activities.
Yeah,
So yeah, take it
so
away.
so here's what happened. They did like a stream the other day on Twitch, and I was watching it, and Twitch kept crapping out on me. And so I'm actually not as informed as I want to be on this because fucking Twitch kept breaking.
Oh
Um,
damn.
But I'll read some of this article here that we have from the old good old Polygon. Um, so Path of Exile's 2020 updated included some unique leagues for players to explore, like Harvest and Heist. So Path of Exile does a league every so many months, which is like a season, and they add a whole new badass mechanic to it, and then they integrate that into like the main campaign game. Um, which are they're basically like expansions, pretty much every few months, which is nuts. Which Path of Exile is completely free, by the way. All they have really that is like that you can't get in the game is like because how they fund the game to make all this shit is uh appearances, so like clothing and badass weapon appearances and stuff like that. You can buy MTX, and they got like storage options, so you can make like your banks bigger and stuff. Um, And so that's how they fund the game. But the first expansion for 2021 contains more than just a handful of activities, new loot, and new builds. Echoes of the Atlas expands Path of Exile's endgame with new bosses, systems, and skill trees. So there is a live stream for this over at Grinding Gears Games, but they revealed during the stream that the upcoming expansion and its accompanying league called Ritual. After Path of Exile players reach the current version of the game's endgame, some of the new Echoes of the Atlas systems will kick in. There's a mysterious entity known as the Maven that demands to watch players battle bosses in various arenas, making the fights more difficult with her presence. As players impress the Maven over time, she'll ramp up the challenge, asking them to defeat familiar bosses simultaneously up to 10 at once. Could you imagine fighting 10 bosses at once? That
Nope.
sounds nutty.
That sounds awful. Is what that sounds like.
Apparently it's for like the most skilled of the Path of Exile players. Which, if anybody's done the Path of Exile in game, I have a little bit, not a lot.
Couldn't be me, man.
That shit gets nuts. And then the Maven will eventually challenge the players to a duel. Since she's the most powerful being the players have faced so far, defeating the Maven comes with powerful, unique rewards, like the ability to build out a new kind of skill tree. Path of Exile is infamous for its ridiculous skill tree. Daniel's seen it. I've seen it. It is a giant spider web of options.
It's a massive skill tree. It's insane, dude. I can't. It's so much.
You both could start playing the same like character / class at the start of a game and be completely different by the end of it. That's how big that fucking tree is. It's a spider web of options to fully customize each character in its unique way, but the new Atlas passive skill trees for which players gain points by defeating the Maven are a bit different. Instead of directly contributing to the character's power, the Atlas passive skill trees shape the Path of Exile experience. Players can invest points toward a specific kind of activity. For example, in the Lex Proxima region of the Atlas passive skill tree, so I'm going to have to keep saying that every time. Players who enjoyed the harvest activity can invest points to help them find more of the sacred groves, which were the random harvest events, or earn more crafting rewards from those groves. Other regions offer similar perks for certain activities, like increasing the experience gains from Beyond Monsters. This new customization system is a way for players to choose the kind of in-game content they want. Both Heist and Harvest return in Path of Exile as part of the core game, adding even more random encounters to the world that the players can stumble upon. Naturally, some players will enjoy some of these activities more than others. With the new skill trees, the players can invest heavily in an activity they love, like Harvest, while staying away from upgrades for activities they dislike, like Heist. In addition to new skill tree points, players can pick up new waystones from the Maven or a special item that allows them to change the properties of their item. They also reworked the Ascendancy classes for like an advanced class. There's a lot, guys. I can't read this entire article or my tongue's gonna fall the fuck out. But
And also, you should go read it. You go read it
exactly. Go read it. But really, go check out the stream later. Like, go check out those videos that they put up because you'll get a much better understanding than what you probably will reading.
In that Polygon article, there is a content reveal for Echoes of the Atlas as well. So check that out.
Yeah, it's like 32 minutes long, which is...
Yeah, I haven't played Path of Exile in so long, so I don't.
I haven't
I'm
played
not.
the last few leagues, but I'm definitely going to check this out. Which I think it
I'm.
drops Friday,
Oh, does
next
it?
Friday.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I'm so out of the loop on Path of Exile. I don't know what's going on anymore. But hey,
Yes,
man,
January 15th. So I'll be checking that out. I'll let you guys know.
there
I
you go.
probably won't get to that end game.
Josh will let us know how it is.
Yes. All
Indeed, indeed.
right, so that's Path of Exile stuff. What's next?
Next up, you can visit Super Nintendo World without ever going to Japan. How do you do that? One will wonder. Well, there's a digital walkthrough over on the Super Nintendo World website.
Oh damn!
And then if you click on that link, Josh, there's a little Mario burger with there, which looks pretty good.
I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, look at that burger. It's got a head on.
Yeah, it's got the little hat on. And I'm like, damn.
Look at that burger. It's also got mushrooms on it, which I'm not crazy over, but
Well, I mean, you can remove them or not. Yeah, whatever.
yeah.
But anyway,
Big
yeah,
chunky piece of bacon.
they have a cool little virtual tour if you head over to the Super Mario World website, and yeah, you can like explore the thing. It looks pretty cool. There's like Bowser's Castle, and yeah, it looks pretty badass. Pretty badass. I believe this opens up like in Japan, like the theme park opens up sometime soon, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Like real soon. I want to say within the next couple of months, maybe like within the next month or so,
I have no clue.
or maybe two. I don't know, but
I wonder how much a ticket is for this place.
I don't know. It's a good question. That is a good question. I think they're oh, it opens in February. That's when it is. So yeah, like within a month. So there you go.
Cool.
I know that what's his name? Miyamoto from Nintendo did like an official tour video. It's like a 15-minute long video. It's pretty cool if you want to check that out. It's 15 minutes, so we're not gonna show it here. But if you're curious, check it out. Just look up Super Nintendo World official tour and check that out. But it looks pretty cool. I mean, I think they, if I'm, I think I heard something about them wanting to open up a Super Nintendo World out here in the States as well. Which I mean, they'd be foolish
That'd be
not to.
cool.
But I mean, I'd be down to go check it out someday after the world is back to normal. In the we're no longer in a pandemic or whatever.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I mean it's cool. I'd be down to go get me a Mario burger or whatever. You know what I mean?
Same.
But yeah, so that's cool. Check
It
that out.
better make the power up sound when I eat it though. Maybe like walk walk walk. You know, like I can't make the sound, guys. I try. I don't have it on the sound thing. All I have on here is my air horn. Holy fuck, that was loud. I'm gonna turn that down.
Anyway, the last piece of gaming news we have here is something that happened like very recently. Um, is that Twitch has removed PogChamp
Yeah,
emote after Gutex was acting a fool.
yeah, definitely.
Uh, so I'm glad that they did that.
Mm-hmm.
And the cool thing about this now is that each every day now, I think since yesterday, they're going to be doing a rotation of daily PogChamps. So yesterday they had somebody, today they have somebody else, tomorrow they'll have somebody else, so on and so forth. I think that's a really cool idea. If I'm not
Mm-hmm.
mistaken, I think the first person I saw that's had the suggestion of making a rotation for PogChamp was Day 9.
Yep, it was day 9. I got the tweet right here, actually. He says, yo, at Twitch, suggestion for PogChamp. Create a database of streamer and/or slash general faces. Whenever someone types PogChamp, display one of these faces at random. See, his idea was a little different. But what I heard was that what probably they're trying to do is Twitch is going to build up like the database of people slowly over time. So
Yeah,
eventually they maybe could do something like that. But for now, they're doing just the one a day thing.
yeah. Which I'd be
Um,
fine if eventually they just like every time you typed in PogChamp, it'd be different. You know, like that'd be cool. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying though. Like
mhm.
they're doing one a day until they can have like a yeah, like you said, build up a database so you can have enough to actually do that, implement that in the future. Which I'm all for. Like, yeah, man, do
It's
that.
pretty
That'd
cool.
be cool. Yeah, that would be pretty damn cool, for sure.
So great idea, Day Nine. You're full of them, man.
Yeah,
Big fan.
good look, good stuff for that. Good on Twitch for removing that emote and
Also,
doing.
he came up with that idea really fucking quick too.
Hey, man, some people are
It
on
takes
it,
me
dude.
20 years to think of something. Took Day Nine like 5 minutes.
But yeah, that was good that they did that because some of the stuff that Gutex was saying is really fucking
Just
really
ridiculous.
it's really
Like just
reckless and just
yeah.
he's an idiot. He's stupid for saying that dumb stuff. So yeah, get him out of there. I'm glad they got rid of number 45 as well with all his stupidity. Even though there were everybody was a little late on that. They She should have removed his ass forever ago. But hey, better late than never, I guess. But anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to checking out all the PogChamp database eventually. I've had streamer friends who have thrown their hat into the ring, so to speak.
Put my face on there. Do it. Yeah.
you, you got to make yourself a PogChamp emo, man. That's how
Oh
that's how it
Lord.
starts. Yeah, I don't have one of those either, but I don't think I would want to be in the PogChamp rotation anyway. Like I'm
All
fine
I
with
have, all I got's my burger. I need a burger champ emote.
Burger Champ. Yeah, dude, there you go. But anyway, that was pretty cool. And that caps us off with our gaming news.
That's all the gaming news, gang. Not a
Yeah.
lot, but it's what it is. What it is.
And now we will head into the
Television
news.
news.
So, starting off, we have the Superman and Lois Family Crest trailer. So this fall season or this season in the CW stuff, they're adding a new show. One of them is Superman and Lois. Here's a little trailer for that.
Mhm.
I think I'm done personally with the CW shows. Like
I am too.
I'm not continuing with them. But I think this is cool because I think for a lot of people like for a lack of a better term or phrase, they've been kind of disappointed with like Superman stuff within the past number of years. And like seeing something hopeful for Superman like this, I think is pretty cool. Even if I'm not gonna be checking out the show, I think this trailer is still just pretty cool.
Yeah.
Uh so yeah, it's pretty cool. The first comment, I got the first comment like Super Dad coming to the CW. Uh but yeah, I want to see more Superman stuff in general. Like I would love like I would love for them to do a Superman game, but I know how hard it is to do something like that because Superman is pretty unbeatable, and I don't know. It's a task to try to make a Superman game, but I'm sure anything is better than Superman 64. You know what I mean? Can't be much worse than that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then of course I'd love to see Henry Cavill return as Superman in the movies and whatnot. But I don't know.
Yeah. Me too, man.
The lack of Superman, I find your lack of Superman disturbing. That's Darth
Indeed.
Vader. Uh, we're gonna skip the second one there and go to the next one because that one is related to the one we just did.
Gotcha.
Um, but continuing on with the CW is that Josh, you watched Arrow, I watched
Mm-hmm.
Arrow. They were kind of setting up and teasing a Canaries and Green Arrow and the Canaries spinoff show there at the end, which they were gonna do, but now they've announced that they are not moving forward with that show. Uh, it is officially dead. They are not continuing with the development of that. Um, so they had it was gonna be Mia Smoke, Laurel Lance, and Dina Drake. Uh, was as the three main, as the trifecta here, and yeah, they're just not. They're not going forward with it to move on. Which
Yeah.
which to me, I'm like, yeah. I mean,
Uh,
yeah.
I wasn't gonna watch it anyway. Like I'm
I
done with the CW
Yeah, like I
verse,
wasn't either, but
for at
I mean, I'm
least for
sure.
now.
Yeah, I there's just I don't know. I'm just kind of over like the CW verse stuff. Like again, I love DC, I love all that stuff, but like just I think I don't know. I don't know what it is really, but I'm just like I don't know. I'm done with all that stuff. Like I enjoyed some of them when they were on. Like I really love Legends and
Hmm.
The Flash was good for several seasons there, and Supergirl was okay, but not the best. Batwoman was kind of I didn't even finish that one. Uh, and then Superman and Lois is a new one, but I'm just like, eh. Black Lightning was the best season was the first one. I'm trying to think of what else. I never even watched Stargirl. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just there's just too much to keep up with at this point. Um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then like they're also like intertwined and connected. Like you got to keep up with all of them. Like if you don't watch one of them, it's kind of like, well, you're gonna miss out on something, right?
Hmm.
So it is what it is. Sucks for the people involved in the show. Like they're not gonna have a work on this show anymore, but that sucks. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just personally, I know that Josh feels the same way. We're just kind of done with the
I'm
CW.
just kind of done with it for now, man. Like,
Yeah. But moving on. His Dark Materials has been renewed for a third and final season on HBO. I have not seen this show yet,
I
but
haven't either.
it makes me want to catch up and watch it before the final season. Because I hear it's pretty good. But I just haven't checked it out. And I also love that they're like, all right, we're doing a third and final one, and that's it. They're not like, you know, don't you just love when there's a plan to something and they don't just go on for as long as they want to or don't know what
Look, Arthur, I got a plan.
or
Tahiti.
yeah, I got I got a plan.
He's got an actual plan, though. These people had an actual plan, not just saying, "I got a plan." Tahiti, let's go.
Yeah. So I gotta check it out, and it has the girl from X-23 from Logan. So
Yeah, I'm gonna check this
yeah,
out at some point. Says,
yeah, I'll check it
as
out. There's a bunch of shows like this where it's like a couple seasons. I'm like, I just gotta watch it. But anyway, and to end off our TV news for the week, we're gonna talk about some things that are coming to HBO Max this month, or that already have arrived on HBO Max this month. Like on January 1st, they added Batman Begins, Batman Beyond seasons 1 through 3, Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, Batman Bad Blood, Batman Death in the Family, Batman Hush, Batman the Animated Series seasons 1 through 4, Blade, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Codename Kids Next Door seasons 1 through 6, The Conjuring, Courage of Cowardly Dog seasons 1 through 4, The Dark Knight, Dark Knight Rises, Ed and Eddie seasons 1 through 5.
oh hell yeah, Ed, and Eddie, fuck
Fucking
yes.
Happy Feet, Escape from New York, The Exorcist, Flashpoint, fucking Green Lantern, the 2011 movie, Green Lantern, the animated series, season 1, Gremlins 1 and 2,
Lord,
the
there's a fuckload of movies on here. Jesus,
Grim
let's scroll it
Adventures
down.
of the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, seasons 1 through 6. Yeah, just and a bunch of other stuff. Oh, well, shit. Fucking Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, Kong Skull Island, Lorder Squad seasons 1 through 3, Mad Max 2, Mad Max Fury Road, just Mulholland Drive, fucking No Country for Old Men, a bunch of the Oceans movies, Notebook, fucking Pee Wee's Big Adventure, Pulp Fiction, Ready Player One, Revenge of the Nerds, Seven, Snowpiercer season 1, A Star Is Born, Superman Doomsday, Superman Man of Tomorrow, Superman Returns, The Three Stooges, TMNT 2007, V for Vendetta, Van Wilder, fucking a bunch of other movies that I didn't name because there's just too many. Uh, January 8th, which was yesterday, they added Patriots Day and Scream. Today they added Ben 10, The Alienist, King of Staten Island. And then throughout the rest of this month, they're adding other things like on the 12th, they're adding Blue Valentine and Hellboy and uh, bunch of other things. There's so much on this list to name off. Like they're adding Pinocchio. Uh, again, just so much to name off. Kill Bill volumes 1 and 2 on the 16th. I'm just skimming through it. Looney Tunes cartoons on the 21st. Uh,
Oh damn! The Mummy at
yeah,
the end of the month.
the Mummy on the 30th and the Mummy 2. Yeah, look at that. Oh, and then of course your boy The Rock as a Scorpion King. There you go. But yeah, they're adding so much to the HBO Max this month. A lot of good stuff, especially a lot of good Batman stuff they added this month. Like, goddamn. But yeah, good stuff if you have HBO Max. There's a lot of good content on there. Moving on to the movie news. If you're good on TV,
I am. Let's hit it.
all right. Well, let's move on with the TV news then. So we have first off is that Wonder Woman 3 is in the works with Gal Gadot and Patty Jenkins. We're gonna be talking about the second movie here in a little bit, but it's good to know that they're already working on a third one. I have no idea where they're gonna take this. Um, Especially after the second one, which I guess we can talk about our ideas for a third one after we talk about the second one. So we don't talk about it here without spoiling anything. But yeah, they're doing a third one. I think this is cool. I like make a third one, make it a trilogy. Why not? Let's go for it, and hopefully they can come up with a good idea to that's a solid way to end off the or to cap off these Wonder Woman movies.
Yeah, we're gonna go Wonder Woman
And I love Gal Gadot.
2077.
Yeah, 2077. Wake the fuck up, Wonder Woman.
We got a city to save.
Yeah, and Keanu's gonna be in that movie too. No, but
Fuck
yeah,
yes. Put Keanu and Wonder Woman. I watch that shit.
I love Gal Gadot and Patty Jenkins, so I'm all about it. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Could you imagine Keanu in a fucking Wonder Woman 3?
Make him. Who could he play?
If it happens, if it does happen in real life, let it be known that I said it here now on January 9th, 2021 at 1:14 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
I guess I'd want him to be like some sort of John Wick-esque assassin.
Dude. That'd be something, right? Basically having John Wick in the Wonder Woman movie. That'd be yeah. I don't know.
I saw him kill a man with just my fucking lasso of truth.
Anyway.
We should make that. We should make that fan movie. Just
moving on.
Hollywood, call me. I'm full of good ideas.
Hey, yeah, shit. We've done our own. Like, hey, remember when we did when we filled out a cast for the Batman Beyond's movie that we wanted to do?
I still say that'd be great.
That was awesome, man. Like, we need to do one of those again at some point this year. But anyway, the Kevin Feige Star Wars movie has landed a writer, and it's Loki EP Michael Waldron. So the Loki executive producer and writer Michael Waldron is signing on to write the screenplay for Kevin Feige's Star Wars movie. Waldron's work on the Star Wars movie is part of a larger deal he signed with Disney, suggesting a long-term relationship with the company and its live-action divisions. Along with his duties on the Loki series, he's also working on the upcoming Marvel Studios feature Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So previously he's worked on stuff like Rick and Morty and Community. And he more recently has done the Stars drama Heels, about the family of pro wrestlers starring Stephen Amell and Alexander Ludwig.
Oh, I'm super interested in that.
Yeah. So there you go. Interesting. I'm not a huge fan of Rick and Morty. And
I never watched it.
And I've only seen a couple episodes here of Community. But if he worked on Loki and he worked on Heels, then hey, we'll see. I haven't seen Heels at all either. Is it out yet or no?
I don't think it's out yet. Didn't Amell get like injured or something?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I think he did. Yeah. You're I think you're right. Yeah. I I think so.
No, it's not out yet.
Okay, well, we'll check that out when it comes out. We'll see how that is. But yeah,
Yeah, it was paused October 2020 after Emil hurt his back. And it was after Emil had recovered from COVID-19. Jesus.
damn.
So I don't know if they've resumed or not yet. Anyway, what you got next, bub?
Next up, after that, we have what's coming to Disney Plus in January 2021. So on the first, we had some things already like the Wolverine and Dr. Seuss Horton Hears a Who. Yesterday we had Star Wars Forces of Destiny, all 4 volumes. Uh, Marvel Studios Legends episodes 1 through 2, which I mentioned. January 15, Isle of Dogs, great movie. WandaVision, the premiere of WandaVision, also next week. Uh, January 22nd, WandaVision episode 2. Uh, January 29th, Dinosaur seasons 1 through 4, Epic, WandaVision episode 3. So there's a couple other smaller things here and there, but I'm not too familiar with what some of the stuff is. Toy Story: The Time That Forgot, they added that as well yesterday. Ferdinand as well. But yeah, there's just some other things. It's not as an exciting of a list as the HBO Max one, but there's some stuff in there. If you want to check it out, go check it out. Uh, Shout out to Variety for putting out these like, here's what's coming out this month from this thing. So
Yeah,
check that out. Shout out to them. Great stuff. But that's pretty much it on our news, man. There wasn't. It's a quieter
that's
week
it for the
because
news.
yeah, it's just not holidays. So there's not a whole lot to go off of right now.
Yeah, I actually need to take a quick break, and then when we'll come back, I'll
Yeah.
put
Okay.
some
That's fine.
music on, and we'll be right back. Right after this, guys, I'm gonna pause the recording, and I'm gonna put some music on. We'll be right back. And we are back, I believe. Yes, recording is going. Sorry
Hello.
about that,
Hello.
guys.
We have a chat.
Sometimes that is the way. All right,
All
let's
right.
hop into our main topic here.
So for the main topic, those of you who have been here and watching, or if you're just joining us, we're gonna be doing, or we're gonna be talking about Wonder Woman 1984 and Pixar's Soul, 2 movies that which released on Christmas. Um, and we saw
Yes,
them,
we did.
so we're gonna be talking about it and saying how we felt about them and
Which do you want
all
to talk
that
about first?
all that good stuff. So
Indeed.
spoiler warning if you have not seen this or these films yet, go check them out while you still can. Um, let's. I think we should let's start off with Wonder Woman since we were talking about that earlier with the Wonder Woman 3 being a thing now. So, Wonder Woman 1984, the latest movie in the DCEU, the sequel to 2017's Wonder Woman, directed by Patty Jenkins, starring Gal Gadot.
Yes.
Um,
Um.
so how to start with this one? Um,
Did you like the movie? That's where I was. Sorry. Did you like it?
that's okay. So that's where we're
It's a
gonna
loaded
start.
question.
I don't know how I feel about this movie. I don't know if I like it. If you ask me if I like it or dislike it, I think I like it more than I dislike it. But I'm just like so in the middle on this one. Like I just don't
I'm
know,
I'm
man.
a, I'm in the neither camp. I don't think I liked it, but I don't think I hated it either. It's just like it was a movie.
Yeah, I'm just I don't know how I like really feel about it. It's so just I don't know, man. It's I definitely did not like it as much as the first one. Like the first one to me is like so much better than this one. But like not that I was expecting this one to be as good as the first one, Although part of me, I guess, kind of was. I just don't know, man. I don't know. I honestly don't know what I was expecting out of this one. I wasn't really like all I wanted was a good movie. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All I wanted was a good movie, which is usually what I want all the time. But
Why don't we just start off with what you liked? What do you like about
okay,
what were the
so
parts you liked?
what I liked was I thought Pedro Pascal was amazing as
Agreed. I
as
also agree
Ma-
with that.
as Maxwell Lord.
Mm-hmm.
He was phenomenal. He was absolutely phenomenal as this character. Um yeah, you can just tell that he was having the absolute best time playing this character. Um he was just having a blast, and it was cool to see him just play a different kind of character because like we're used to him as Din Djarin on the Mandalorian, or him as the Viper from Game of Thrones, or whatever the hell you know him from, or the dude from
Mm-hmm.
Narcos, right?
Narcos, yeah.
So like it was just cool seeing them play a different kind of character, more like a weasel in this one, But spoiler, he kind of turns around there at the end, but
Yeah, he's like a schmarmy con man.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, it was his character was great. I think that Kristen Wiig, I think is her name, Kristen Wiig.
Yes.
I think she was pretty decent as
I thought she was
Cheetah.
pretty good. I actually went in expecting her to like be the weak part of the movie. I don't think she was. I think she was really good actually. Um,
Yeah, she was pretty good for sure. Um, Gal Gadot is always good as Wonder Woman.
mhm.
So she had no problems with her. Chris Pine was good as the return of Steve Trevor. Which, by the way, I feel about the return of Steve Trevor. I thought it was a little weird, but hey, there's a lot of weird shit in this movie.
Sorry, my internet has decided they wanted to die for a second for some reason.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on? But okay, yeah, that's
It's coming back. Sorry guys, my internet is croaking right now. Um, we're getting there. We'll give it a minute. La 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 la. I think we're good.
yeah, should be fine.
I'm still dropping frames for some reason.
Oh,
I
really?
don't know what's
Huh?
happening.
Huh?
I'm not doing anything. Nobody in my house is doing anything. All right, we're good.
Okay.
I have no
So
idea what that was about. Sorry, guys. Apologies. It happens.
yeah, what'd you think of fucking Steve Trevor's return in this?
Um,
The way
honestly, I
that they
don't
brought
think
him back.
the way they brought him back is fine. I just don't know if the movie actually needed him. I mean, he adds some comedy to it, I guess. I just don't know if they really needed it. Do they really need Steve Trevor for this? Do you think?
I think it was cool that they brought him back for Diana's, you know,
Sake, wish, yeah,
continuation, of her story or whatever.
that's
So I
fair.
think for that reason it was a good choice to bring him back. And it's not like they like brought him back, you know what I mean? Like
That's
they
true.
just yeah, the way they brought him back though was weird because like they made him like take over another dude's body. There's been some controversy going on with that, and I'm not
They
gonna
gave him the ghost treatment like the Patrick Swayze man when they let him
yeah.
like pass. Spoilers for Ghost. He possesses Whoopi Goldberg's body at one point. If you've never seen Ghost,
So that's a little weird how they did that, but I'm not gonna get into that. I thought it was cool for like one of my favorite moments in that movie is when he's like is when they're escaping in the jet, and
mm-hmm.
then he's getting all excited to fly it and everything, and then Diana out of nowhere is like, "Oh yeah, I forgot to mention radar." And he's like, "Well, shit, Diana," that's such a
Mm-hmm.
funny. That movie cracks me up, man. It's so good. And then obviously there's some humor with him in as well, like him, like he kind of had the whole Steve, the whole Captain America thing where he's like he's waking up in a brand new world, like he's experiencing new things for the first time.
I liked him trying on different clothes. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, the fanny pack
Uh,
stuff, and then when he's like riding the escalator, and he's like, "What the hell?" He's like, he's looking like a kid, at a kid at a candy shop or whatever. Like, what the hell? So that's cool. Um, oh, another thing about Wonder Woman is I loved the golden armor. I thought that was pretty cool.
yeah, they're cool.
And Gal Gadot was killing it in that armor, man. She was looking fire in that armor.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. What else did I like? Oh, I like the invisible jet thing. Although it was kind of convenient that she kind of just like, oh, I haven't, you know, we did. This is something that you know is possible that I probably could have done before, but hey, we're doing it right now.
What struck me is like she didn't realize it's the 4th of July. But you're in
Oh,
Washington D.C. Trust me, you would never forget. It's the Fourth of
yeah,
July.
Fourth of July. Yeah,
It's just
the
little things like that that you notice, and it
that
kind
was
of takes you out of it.
that was a cool scene though. The fireworks and
Yeah.
when they're in the jet. But no, it's a cool scene. But I get what you're saying though, for sure. Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's why I'm like, with the see, the tone in this movie is all over the place. It's this, it's this, it's this, it's this, it's this, it's back to this. It's like four different. It's weird. Like at times, like I don't know how to describe it. Like, 1 minute we have young Diana doing this um, race against the Amazons, and then the next minute she's in the mall beating up some jewelry robbers,
Yeah, I thought it was kind
and
of weird to start off the movie with that little flashback thing, but I don't. I mean, I kind of get it, but I'm like, it's still kind of weird for me. I don't know.
what gets me is like this is before anybody knows who Wonder Woman really is, or kind of like it's on the down low.
Mhm.
But here she is in the mall beating up all these jewel thieves. Everybody can see her, and she gets the kid to be quiet forever, going,
Wait,
"Shh."
but
What?
you forgot she disabled the cameras. All right, they
I
can't
mean, I
they
guess
can't
that
see her on the
totally.
cameras.
It's
Shit.
shit like that mostly that it doesn't make me hate the movie, but it makes me be like, eh. Maybe it's nitpicky, but I can't help it. It's like when you're talking about what I liked and what I don't like that part. Okay?
Okay, here's something that I loved from this movie. It was her Man of Steel moment when she learned how to fly. The
Yeah.
music and the combination of that was awesome, dude. That was a cool ass moment right there. When she's riding the fucking clouds and shit with her, riding the lightning with her fucking whip and stuff. That's cool as hell as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's just stuff like that was really really cool. But yeah, there's a lot in this movie where I'm just like, I don't know, man. Yeah, I just overall, this movie's just so. I feel like I need to watch it again.
Yeah.
I've only seen it the one time. Um, and I don't know. I'm having a hard time kind of like I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I'm kind of I think we're both on the same page. That it's like we're kind of just somewhere in the middle on it.
Yeah. It's just a movie.
Yeah, it's just here's something else,
It's
which
something
I
to watch.
which sometimes is worse than being like, oh, I love it or I hate it. Because
Mm-hmm.
at least if you hate it, you're like, well, I don't, this movie sucks. I don't have to, I don't like it. I know for sure that I don't, and all that. Movies like this were just like it's somewhere like it's kind of just there. I don't know. I feel like sometimes maybe that's worse and not than you know not feeling it, not feeling strongly about it one way or the other. But I don't know. I'm not saying that every movie has to be either great or terrible, but like I don't know. This one just somewhere it's just somewhere in the middle for me right now. There's a lot of cool stuff in it. Don't get me wrong. Like again, I love when like they're in the jeeps and then like he shoots an RPG or some shit and she like rides, she uses her lightning to like fly with it, or her lightning. She uses her whip to like fly with it or whatever for a little bit. That
Mm-hmm.
was pretty cool. When she like pops a bullet out of somebody's gun and she like smacks it with her gauntlet and like sends it flying. That was pretty cool. Like there's like some action scenes like that are pretty dope as well. Um, yeah, I don't know. I was kind of also disappointed with like the cheetah. Like I thought we would get more of her than I thought we would than we did.
Yeah.
I was expecting to see
The,
more of the cheetah versus Wonder Woman type thing, but you know,
but it's not very long.
yeah, we didn't really get a whole lot of that.
And
Which is
really, this is a movie that's just full of gray everywhere, really. Like, there's no real villain.
yeah,
Exactly. It's
yeah,
just
yeah,
just a lot of gray. Even Cheetah, you
exactly. Yeah,
know.
she was a a character who got she was a bit of a loser. She's a bit of a loser character, and she wanted not to be a loser. So that was part of her wish, man.
Hmm.
She wanted to be cool. She wanted to be an apex predator, and she was that for a little bit. But um, yeah.
But sometimes you want that big bad to fight, you know, like to triumph over and to feel good about. Um,
Do you think that maybe they didn't lean in as hard on that in this movie because a lot of people were given the Ares fight some shit in the first movie?
maybe they were afraid they couldn't do a villain well, but I think they could do a villain well enough. Is the thing. I just don't know. Um, maybe I just.
Because from what I gather is that when I talk to a lot of people about Wonder Woman, the first movie,
Mhm.
they think it's a good a good movie, but the third act is a little like iffy,
It's
like
weak. Yeah, it's weak
yeah,
AF.
yeah. So that I think that is part of that. So it's like I don't maybe that's why they were kind of like, oh, we'll just make it a bit more gray this time, or there won't really be that big you know hero villain fight that there was in the first movie or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So maybe that has something to do
The
with
big
it.
villain in this movie is selfishness. It's like, that's what we're
Yeah.
fighting the entire time. There's no big bad guy. We're we're all our own villains because we're wishing for all these things and they come true, and then it's destroying everything.
Also, I don't know about you, but I was disappointed by the lack of '80s music, man. Come on, man.
Yeah,
We're in 1984. Where's all the cool '80s shit? I mean, obviously we got to see people, you know, walking around in fanny packs and
parachute pants.
colorful, yeah, parachute pants and colorful outfits and whatnot. But like, and the mall at the beginning was pretty cool, like that was fine. But I don't know. I don't know. I was expecting more like '80s ish stuff, and I think maybe the reason why is because the marketing for this movie was like pretty great. Like
Hmm.
they had a trailer with like it was like the Blue Monday song or whatever. That was a great trailer. I don't know if you remember that one. Uh, it had the Blue Monday song, and it was
Yeah.
fantastic. And then everything about the marketing was so colorful, and like they had the posters of like they had like a rainbow background with like fucking Diana looking fucking badass in her golden armor and shit. I'm like, I don't know. It was just I don't know, man. I feel so weird about this movie. Like honestly, like I don't know. I definitely need to rewatch it again because again, I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's just kind of just there for me at the moment, like it's something
Yeah, I'm just
like
saying it's just a movie.
it's the latest DC movie that's out. I watched it, but I wasn't overwhelmed one way or the other with anything. It's just like not quite. I just and again, I didn't really know what I was expecting either. Usually I'm just like, Here's a movie. Let's see what they do with it. Hopefully I like it." But this one I'm just like, I don't know, man. And I keep saying I don't know, but it's just like I really don't know. Like I'm trying to like
Yeah.
come up with like how I feel about this movie, but I'm it's not that I'm indifferent because I'm not indifferent, but like it's just something in the middle. Like I'm not quite sure what the proper like phrasing here is for it, but I wish I liked it more, but I wish it was. How'd you feel about the whole wishing thing? Because I know it's like I just it was so weird for me. Like and it's not like we haven't had weird shit like in movies like that before. Like, I mean, obviously the whole Infinity Stone thing is kind of like that too, right? You know, like here's just some stones where you can snap your fingers and you know make shit happen out of nowhere. So it's kind of like that in a way, but I don't know. I feel like it's different. Like that didn't bother me as, or I didn't mind that as much as like the wishes in this movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just so weird. Like I don't know, man.
I kept thinking like something's gonna come for this stone, like some big bad somewhere is gonna come for this stone.
Oh, you were thinking like
But,
something else is gonna, yeah, okay,
but
yeah.
yeah, I thought they might do the double switch. You know, something you hadn't heard about somewhere. Like, all right, they've led us with Cheetah and Maxwell Lord. Who's the real villain? So that's what I kept expecting the entire time because there was never. They never seemed like the big ultimate bad guys. Like Diana spends a good chunk of the movie with Steve, and then going after Maxwell Lord, and Barbara Minerva is trying to help her do all this stuff. She doesn't become Cheetah till the fucking end, and so I just kept expecting something else to come, and it never does. I guess so.
Mhm.
Um, I think that hurt the movie for me. Honestly, like I feel like they went too gray on it, with no big villain,
Hmm.
and really, and
That's the thing that
it's
a
just a
lot of,
movie. It's just a
yeah,
movie. I don't hate it. I don't love it. It's just a movie.
that's the
I don't know
thing
how to describe
that
it any better.
a lot of like movies and shows and games do nowadays is that they're just like super gray now, right?
Yeah,
Sometimes
but when
it's
you're a
I
superhero movie, man, you need that fucking villain.
yeah, and yeah, I mean sometimes it's okay to just be fucking black and white, you know what I mean? You don't
Mm-hmm.
really, I feel like everything nowadays just tries to be like gray all the time, and it's like, well, that's cool, but you don't have to be just that, you know? Like it doesn't have to be a trend where like, oh, we used to be black and white, now we're all gray, and it's like, well, not everything needs to be that, but whatever, you know, they had their vision for this movie, and that you know worked for them. It didn't completely work for me, but I don't didn't completely not work for me either. It's just, you know, I it's a thing.
It
I kind
exists.
of, yeah. I will say though that it was cool seeing Linda Carter as a Stary. You know, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Seeing her little reveal there at the end, you know, of the mid credit scene. Yeah. So I mean, I'm not blown away by this movie, but I'm not, I don't hate it. I don't. I'm just somewhere in the middle. I'm hoping that for the third movie, whatever that's going to be about, which I guess we can go into that now. Talk about what like we
Yeah.
would want the third movie to be. So they've done like World War One. They've done 1984. Where do you think they take this next movie? I think it'll be. I think it'd be cool if they did like, you know, before uh the BVS and Justice League stuff, which is more like modern day. Like, what if
Mm-hmm.
they did something like in the 2000s, like, or like the 90s or something? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like late 90s, early 2000s, something like that, maybe. How'd you think about, what would you think about that? Or do you have something else in mind for like
I don't really
what they
have
would
any
do?
thoughts on it to be honest, because like a lot of when like the next Wonder Woman isn't gonna come out till did they have a date for that? Yeah.
No, because they're like just starting to get into it.
Yeah, so like so much is gonna get like changed, right? With the DC stuff
I also
because of
am I also am not sure if she's gonna be working on that first, or well, actually, I guess she's working on the Rogue Squadron already. Patty Jenkins, I should say.
yeah.
So she's gonna be a little bit busier. I don't know. I think she's doing Rogue Squadron first and then Wonder Woman 3. I don't know, man.
I have no clue.
Uh yeah, so nothing is really known about it yet other than they're working on it. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it'd be cool to have something like before the Justice League, and I'd be down for like an early 2000s Wonder Woman movie or something, like, you know, have all the references of the early 2000s, and you know, that'd be cool. I don't know, I just think it'd be cool to see something like that. I
I was
hope.
just trying to think of a villain. The only villain I can think of is like Giganta, but that's because I remember her from like the cartoon.
Oh, the cartoons, yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
kind of cool. Yeah, that's actually a good idea, man. Like, Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I remember earlier how I was saying that I was kind of disappointed we didn't get a whole lot of Cheetah. Like Cheetah's one of like the big Wonder Woman villains, right? So it's like
Yeah,
that's kind of disappointing to me.
she's like the one I think of, to be honest, because of
Yeah, she's like she's like the Joker to to Batman, right? Like
mhm.
that's kind of like her main one, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong, but I think that's like her big bad.
But really, you could grab just about anybody from like Greek mythology and throw them in there as a fucking villain.
Yeah,
Like they already
Gi-
did Ares, and
Giganta would be cool though, because yeah, I remember her from Justice League and stuff.
yeah. Plus, we get like that monster. You get that Godzilla moment for Jake where she becomes giant and they're fighting. You
That'd
know
be
what I
nuts.
mean?
That'd be nuts.
uh, I don't know if they'd ever do Giganta though.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd be curious to see who they would do for the next villain.
Hell, bro, break out some shit. Break out Medusa.
Hmm.
I've got a list
Uh,
of her villains up because I can't. I have a
off the
hard
top
time
of
thinking of
my
Wonder Woman's villains.
off the top of my head, I could think of like Doctor Psycho. They used him in the Harley Quinn show. Um, he's like a little short dude. He'd be interesting. Um, who else is a Wonder Woman villain? I'm trying to think. There was
Oh,
this
my
like
internet's dying again.
who? God damn
I have no idea what's going on with my internet connection right now.
it. Giganta was another one that I remember for sure. But who is? Do you remember? Wait, well, actually, was it? Hold on. For also from Justice League. I think it was Justice League Unlimited. Um, do you remember fucking what's her name? Cersei?
Mm-hmm.
She'd be cool, I think, to have her thrown in.
You could always just steal somebody else's villain for like a movie.
Yeah.
Like you could steal Toy Man or something.
I mean, yeah, you could, yeah. I mean, you definitely could just take another DC villain.
I'd be like, can I have Toy Man, please? I'd rather
Yeah,
have Giganta though, just because I know
yeah.
Giganta.
That's one of the ones that I thought of immediately was Giganta, Doctor Psycho, and then Cersei. Those would be cool to see.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of something else that wasn't like Greek mythology though, but like that's basically all. Yeah, like you said, it's basically like all her villains, right?
it's like all she fights. Like looking here at her, I just have a list of Wonder Woman enemies. It's like a bunch of them are just that. Dude, Asian
Yeah.
mythology, make her fight. I don't know somebody else's gods. You know what I mean? Like fucking, I don't know.
She's gonna go into God of War Ragnarok and team up with fucking Kratos.
Fucking make her. A good joke would just be have her fight her version of Thor. Like think about it. It'd be funny. That's the kind of shit I would do. My God, how many snow-based villains does DC have?
Snow based,
Minister Blizzard.
a
Jesus,
lot.
get out of here.
Yeah, you thought Captain Cole was something. Fucking Minister Blizzard. There you go. Mr. Freeze. Fucking what's her name from Killer Frost? That's what I was thinking of.
There's a lot of cold-based villains in
There's a
DC
lot.
land.
There's a
Everybody
lot.
gets
Yeah.
cold, man. Apparently.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So it it actually would be really interesting to see Giganta in like the third Wonder Woman. I'd be down for that, to be honest.
I would too.
I'd be really down for that. Giganta, Doctor Psycho, Cersei. Those are probably my top three. That I'd be like, throw those in there for the next one. Um, yeah. So I mean, yeah. Aside from that, I don't know what else. Any other
Shit,
ideas for a Wonder
I
Woman 3
haven't.
or no?
I don't really have anything because I just don't know where DC's headed. really, other than like we got like a Flashpoint thing coming. I don't know what that's gonna be like.
Yeah, that's gonna be really interesting because we've heard some rumors here about what they're doing with Batman. I don't know if you heard about that yet, but
Yeah, some of it I've
there's,
seen.
there's been some talk with that, and that's pretty interesting. But yeah, we'll see what they do, man. I don't know. We'll see what they do.
I will say I want Giganta involved. That's all I can think of. You know,
It's fair.
you'd have a cameo by who's the dude that grows big in the Justice League cartoon? There was like a dude, Apache Chief, wasn't it, or something like that?
Yeah,
Have
dude
him do
from
a little
the
cameo.
yeah, man. I remember him from the the Super Friends. Jesus Christ.
Super Friends, yeah, that's it. That's the
Yeah,
one I'm thinking of.
yeah. The Apache Chief. Yeah, man. He'd be cool.
Apache Chief, man.
Hell yeah.
He's a Native American superhero.
um. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else what else they could do for Wonder Woman 3, but I don't know. I'd have to. Basically, my idea is just yeah. I'd love to see Giganta. That'd be really cool. 2000s or like early 2000s would be great. Um, yeah,
Shit, make up a villain. They could probably come up with a villain.
I mean they could. I mean, shit, if they do it well, yeah. But yeah, I mean overall, Wonder Woman 1984.
It
I don't know.
exists. It's a movie. Go check it out.
It's a movie that's somewhere in the middle for I think for the both of us. Now that we've talked about it.
If you're sitting on the fence, join us because we're right next to you.
Yeah, we're kind of there's. I definitely need to watch it again and see if my mind changes in a more positive or negative way. Um, yeah, I don't know. I feel like a second watch will probably help out though, in some
Yeah.
way. 'Cause, you know, when you're watching a movie for the first time, you're kind of just soaking it in and seeing what it's about. You know, and then on the second time, you can kind of look at it with more open eyes, if that makes sense. But yeah, I think I don't really have anything else to add on to that for Wonder Woman. It's just, uh,
All right.
yeah,
That's all I got
it's
too.
yeah.
So
All right. Well, then let's
let's
move
move on
on
to
to
Soul.
Pixar's Soul. Which did you like this movie?
I do like Soul. Yes. Um,
Cool. I also like this movie. Um, Pixar.
I liked it more than I thought I would. Actually, I wasn't sure if I was gonna like this or not, but I actually do.
I figured I would. Um, and yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was really cool. Pixar, man, they know what they're doing with the with their movies, man. They know how to get to the feels, man. They do a very good job at that. Um, so this movie takes place in New York City. Um, it is about a music teacher who is trying to like get his big shot at like being recognized for his talent. You know what I mean? He's trying to do things.
Yeah,
This
he's a
this,
jazz musician, man.
this
Wants his
guy
big
called
break.
this guy called Joe. Um, like I said, he's a music teacher for a school, and he's trying to get recognized for his talent. Like I said, and yeah, it's really cool. You get to see how I really like how they made this movie like what's the word I'm looking for? They made it they fuck, why am I struggling to come up with this word? Let me rewind there for a little bit. Rewind, take it back. so each movie that they do for this, for that Pixar does, is like, all right, here is Reddit. Here's well, I was gonna talk about Ratatouille, but you haven't seen that one yet, huh?
I watched part of it.
Yeah, you got to finish that movie, man. It's so good.
I know. I
Uh,
felt okay a little bit.
well, okay, let's. So Coco, here's like the Mexican,
Yes. Now Coco,
movie
I
about.
love.
Coco's my favorite Pixar movie, but yeah, here's Coco with the kid, the shoemaker kid who wants to become a musician, and all that
Hmm.
stuff. Here's this movie about that, and so on and so forth. So this one is about a black man named Joe, who again is a jazz musician. He's a music teacher. He wants to he wants to achieve his dream. That's that's it's said multiple times in this movie that he wants, that's his dream to do that,
Hmm.
to star in a show with playing live in front of people, um because he's a talented dude. We see it multiple times in the movie happen. um and then like you know he's doing well. He's about to get his chance at doing what he wants to do, and then unfortunately he is so like in bliss with what's happening. He's like very excited about what's going on, and he's walking on the road, doesn't see a pothole, and he falls in and dies. And
Hmm.
we get transported into the I forget what they called the name of it, but it was like the
The Great Beyond or something like that,
something like that. Yeah, it's like where you see all the souls go to, after they,
or the Great Before
leave,
or whatever.
yeah, leave Earth or whatever. And yeah, he meets this spirit, this little soul called 22, and they go on an adventure and whatnot. And yeah, it's just really cool, man. And then yeah, it's cool seeing, it's cool that the black people have a movie for them now. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
This is
It's a
it's really
story
cool.
just really about and anybody can relate to it because it's like managing your expectations in life, right? Like and your dreams and being so determined that you forget to live your fucking life almost. Like you're so obsessed with it in
Mhm.
some ways and you don't realize that what you're missing out on. Those are the moments that hit you hard, right? Like when you're like, yeah, I was so determined to do this, I let everything else pass me the fuck by.
Yeah.
And you end up becoming like the lot. One of the scariest parts of this movie is like the lost souls that they show that have become obsessed and kind of broken, and they become these big giant monsters, right?
Mhm.
Um, like that's terrifying. So like because we all can feel that way sometimes. Um,
When they're on the ship looking around for him, yeah.
yeah, it's so good though. It's a great. I
Yeah,
I
it was
enjoy
good.
it.
I really enjoyed it. I I think Jamie Foxx did a good job as Joe. Like I knew that Jamie Foxx was Joe in this movie, but like while I was watching the movie, I didn't even like he I didn't even think of like Joe as Jamie Foxx. You know what I mean?
No, it was Joe. It's just Joe.
Like he
Yeah,
was just Joe. Yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then Tina Fey was 22. I didn't even think of Tina Fey as
Didn't
22.
realize that either. Yeah.
It was just 22. So yeah, that was pretty good. The cast is pretty solid. Um, but yeah, I mean the movie's great. There's a lot of like moments in there where you're like, oh, that's too real, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, oh, that's too real. It's like there's a joke where I think Joe was talking to 22, or the other way around, and they're like, uh something about souls go to die or whatever, and like, oh, that's what happens when you're on Earth or whatever. And I was
Yeah,
like,
like
oh
you
god,
soul crush, getting crushed, yes, shit like
yeah.
that.
I'm like, oh shit, that's real. That's too real, man. That's funny though. Um, but yeah, man.
My favorite funny moment is when Joe goes to his barber and he takes his hat off and he's like, "Bro, you got to we got to fix this. We got an emergency."
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, we gotta fix this yee ass haircut you got here, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That part made me laugh pretty hard. I
the, the,
thought that
the
was pretty funny.
barbershop part is pretty funny. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, that's funny. That was definitely really funny. And then like when you see 22 like discovering like pizza and whatnot, that was hilarious too.
mhm.
Like hell yeah, like it's pizza. Like who doesn't fucking love pizza? Like that's understandable. Yeah, anyone can relate to that. Like but yeah, in general, like, you're right though. Like anyone can relate to this movie because it's all it's super like it's super relatable. I mean that's what it is. Like that's how most of these movies are, you know. And this one is no different. Like it definitely like if you're a human being with a no pun intended with a soul, then you'll feel this one for sure. Um,
Mhm. But the big thing I get from this movie is just like, yeah, follow your dream, but just don't get so obsessed and lost in it. You let life pass you by. You know. Uh,
mhm.
um, Trying to think of. I was going to say something else. I don't know where I'd rank this. Do you have any idea where you'd put this on your list?
Oh, let me see. Because if I
Let me open
had
up
to,
my list.
yeah,
Actually,
because I remember when we did last year when we did a Pixar, our Pixar list of movies.
Pixar movie list. Here, I got it.
Yeah, I guess if I had to rank this,
Already looking at my list. I can already tell you that Coco has jumped up to number one for me now. It wasn't
yeah,
before, but it
well,
definitely is now.
it is for me for sure. I would put Soul probably within like I don't know, maybe like in the so there's a total of 23 Pixar movies out right now, with Soul being the latest one. I would probably put it like maybe I'll probably put Soul like maybe in the 13 spot, maybe
13.
somewhere around there. Yeah,
Probably put it about 9, maybe 11. Probably 11.
somewhere
Which
within the
is
10 to 13 range.
which. Listen to me, man. All those movies are good. So
Yeah,
don't they be like he's just putting it on 11, bro.
that's the
11 is like
problem. Yeah,
like so good. Okay,
that's
like
that's the problem is that so many of these Pixar movies are so good that it's hard being like, especially for a movie that just came out, like Soul. Like I just
hmm
saw it. It's honestly a good thing that I'm putting it on 13. You know,
hmm
instead of like here's 20 or something. You know, it's like no, it's that good that I'm like putting it like somewhere in the middle of my list because there are so many other Pixar movies that I just they're just so good, man. Like man, it's tough. It's tough ranking. It's tough ranking things sometimes, man.
Yeah, I was just curious.
Yeah.
Um Overall, I like the movies.
Overall, yeah, definitely like Pixar Soul. Another good addition to the Pixar library. It was a great Christmas present as well because it came out on the 25th on Disney
hmm
Plus for no additional price. Um, and yeah, it was this is a good movie. I love a lot of the dialogue in it. I love some of the oh, here's something that I haven't even mentioned yet.
Yes.
This movie I feel like is has a little bit more mature themes than some of the other Pixar movies. Like I'm very curious to see what like how little kids feel about this movie, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because this one definitely deals with like death and the before and the after and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. So, um, I was curious to how they did it. I thought they did it, or how they would do it. I think they did it fairly well.
I think they handled it very well as well.
Yeah.
Like much like Wonder Woman 1984, I feel like I'm gonna have to watch this one, rewatch this one again, just to see how
Yeah.
I feel about it. Like, in relation to the other movies. But I mean, first watch, definitely like it. It's very new though. Like again, it just came out like 2 weeks ago. I saw it like 2 weeks ago, so I'm a little. Some of it is a little like not as fresh, for both Wonder Woman and Soul. But yeah, I like Soul for sure. I thought it was good. The way they did it was good. The way they went about it was pretty cool. The character of Joe was a good guy to follow through the movie. Um, I about cracked up when he was fucking transported to the cat's body, dude. That shit was funny as hell, man. But yeah, there's a lot of cool things and moments in this movie. So I mean, obviously, if you're watching this and you've already seen them. Uh,
Yes, Majin, we watched these movies back to back. Or at least I did.
yeah, I watched them back to back as well. I think.
Yeah. I couldn't remember
I
if you did.
I want to say I watched. Well, actually, no, I did not watch them back to back. That's a lie. I watched
Yeah.
Soul. No, yeah, you guys watched them back to back. I watched Soul the night it came out, like at midnight when it dropped. I watched Soul, and then later in the day, like in the afternoon, I watched Wonder Woman. So I watched Soul first, and then Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Um, and then yeah, I believe Josh watched them back to back. But
I will say I like Soul more than Wonder Woman.
I do too. I also enjoyed Soul more than Wonder Woman 84. Um, which is not something that I thought I was gonna say
I know,
before
right?
these
That's
movies
so
came out.
weird. That's a weird thing to say.
I was like, I was sure that I was gonna enjoy Wonder Woman 84 more, but this is why you need to watch movies for yourself and see how
Yeah.
see how they plan out, man. Because it's not always gonna go the way you think, man. Um, but yeah, um, it was cool. I mean, I thought I would enjoy Soul. Like I remember watching the trailers and stuff. Like, oh, this looks like a good movie. So I knew I would like it. I just didn't think I would not like Wonder Woman as much. Um, but anyway, uh, yeah, both pretty good. Well, actually, Soul's pretty good. Wonder Woman is kind of. I have a hard time talking about this movie. I don't know why. It's just because of the fact that it's just so like in the middle. I don't like I don't know what would make that one. Like if I were to watch it again, I'm not sure what would happen for me to feel like better about it or worse about it. Like I don't know. It's just gonna be one of those things where it's like I don't know how I'm gonna really feel about it until I watch it again, and I don't know when I'm gonna watch it again. So we shall see. But since we're still on Soul, I like also the way that they did the whole like the Great Beyond or the Great Before or whatever. I forget what they called it, but I like the way they did that. Like it was interesting how the souls like looked and everything too.
Mm-hmm.
It reminded me very much of like Inside Out and stuff.
Yeah.
It reminded me of that quite a bit. Um, and it was just cool seeing like here's how the souls get the personalities, and here's like for in 22's case, here are some of the famous people throughout history that have tried to get 22 to go to Earth or whatever. That was also pretty interesting. Uh, but yeah,
I don't have any more to add. Um,
I don't think I do either. Like I said, uh, it's been about 2 weeks since I've seen the movie, so unfortunately, it's not as fresh as it should have been. But you know, stuff happens. So, but yeah, overall, if you're curious, I personally enjoyed Soul quite a bit. Wonder Woman, I'm kind of in the I'm in the middle on. I need to do a rewatches of both of them. Soul, I know I already like, so that one is just gonna be probably I'm gonna like it even more the next time. And then Wonder Woman is gonna be the real mystery because I don't know, that one's gonna be a wait and see type of thing. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have much else to add on to this. Um, yeah, so that'll probably be it. Any closing thoughts here, Josh?
No, no, yes, Fortnite sucks. Other than that, no. Just go check out those movies. The reason I said that is I keep hearing my nephew scream in the other room. Um, while he's playing Fortnite. Check out Soul. Check out Wonder Woman for yourself. Let us know what you think about it, because I'm kind of curious to how other people
Feel
um
about it. Yeah.
feel about it. Yeah, if they're because you might have a different take on it than I do. So let me know. I definitely, I'm
Absolutely.
very curious, particularly about Wonder Woman, how people feel about that.
Mhm.
Um, other than that, that's gonna do it for me.
That's going to do it, man. That's going to do it. Next week, remember, we will be talking about Cobra Kai season 3. So you have a week to check that out so we can talk about that.
Get on it. It's so good, guys.
We
Cobra
we
Kai is
have
so
we
good.
have both seen it already, so we're
hmm
just yeah, we're just going to be
I
talking
actually
about
thought
that
about
instead.
watching it again. To be honest with you, I enjoyed it so fucking much.
It was great. I can't wait to talk about certain things happening in
hmm
this season because it's I I will tell you right now that I didn't cry, but I there was a moment in there where I was almost like a single tear almost fell down my face. It was so good. Cobra Kai season 3 next week. Be on the lookout for that.
All right, let's say our goodbyes then. We're gonna put
Let's
Daniel up first.
let's do it. Let's do it. All right, guys. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all. Um Coming up on stream Monday, I'm going to beat uh Cyberpunk 2077 probably most likely. We're getting real close to the end of that game. So stay tuned for that because I feel like we're nearing the end. It's been a hell of a journey in that game. I've been putting up the VODs over on YouTube. So check that out. That's been a whole lot of fun to play. Um After Cyberpunk, I'm going to be doing Metro Exodus so we can finish our Metro run because before Cyberpunk, I had played Metro 2033 and Last Light. So now we're just missing Exodus. So we'll be doing that next. And then after that, I will be doing the much anticipated and much waited Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I've been waiting to play that game for years, so I'm finally going to get to it. I'm very excited. So stay tuned for that. That's what's coming. That's what's coming up for me stream wise. Other than that, though, yeah, I mean, just hit me up on the socials, which are on the sidebar here somewhere. You guys can see them. Just look at them; they're there. And then yeah, D&D tomorrow is going to be very exciting. We're
Yeah,
switching over to Foundry, so that'll be
we're
fun.
coming back.
And yeah, I'm just gonna continue to hope for a Star Wars game at some point this year.
It's gonna
But
happen.
anyway,
It's gonna happen.
have a good one, guys. We'll see you next week for some Cobra Kai. Remember to strike first, strike hard, no mercy. Thank you.
No
Bye bye.
mercy. All right, guys. Thanks everybody for coming out. Clockwork Cantina. I know Daniel appreciates you. I appreciate you for sure. Cobra Kai next week. That'll be fun. And D&D tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Time here on this same Twitch channel. You can get the info right there. Right over there. Right
Same bat
there.
time, same bat place.
Indeed. We haven't talked about what we want to do in this upcoming year yet, but I think we'll do that, cover that in a future podcast. Things we probably want to stream and stuff like that. So I know I want to talk about some things I want to do this year, and particularly get a fucking door so I can stream in peace without a screaming youngin in the background playing Fortnite. Um, appreciate everybody's patience and apologies about the internet drops that randomly happened, probably because of Fortnite. Um, we will see you all next time. I'll see you tomorrow because you're coming by for D&D. I know you are. Bye bye, guys. Take care of yourselves.